I literally said in this video right here, or in one of these videos, that he just deserves to be the best character in the game. I mean, it's Beast Gohan at the end of the day. And I tried to stay up for last night's live stream, but it was at 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. So, unfortunately, I did fall asleep, but I woke up to some of the best news, man. Dude, are you kidding me? So, what I did was, I broke this down, okay? Because I wanted to show, there's a lot going on in this kit. So, I wanted to break it down. And before I do, if you believed in the agenda, if you believed Beast Gohan was going to be #1, then shout out to you. You passed the checkpoint today. You passed with flying colors. Don't even like the video. Don't subscribe. None of that. All right. I'll catch you lacking in the next one. But if you didn't believe, and be honest with me, because I can see you right. I can tell. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, just staring at the screen. Yeah, you. You didn't believe, which means you got caught lacking today. You got to subscribe to the channel. It is what it is. I told you, man. Don't doubt the beast. Okay. Because when he's here, he's here. So, there's a lot of stuff in this kit, okay? But let's just break this down here, okay? For the first 5 turns, he gets 8 ki, 40% damage reduction, and 40% crit chance. Not chit cans, but I can't even speak because of how absurd this is, okay? 40% crit chance, jeez. Start of turn, he gets 3 ki, 250% to stats, and he's guarding, which is absurd. When he hits 24 ki, he gets an extra 50% attack when attacking and an extra 20% crit chance, okay? When he receives one attack, or when he receives an attack and he's at 24 ki, he's getting 80% to defense, an extra 20% damage reduction. He gets an additional super attack. He's giving all allies 3 ki. He's getting 1 ki up to 5, and then he's getting literally permanent 20% attack for that turn, and then 20% permanent crit for the turn. Okay, just to prove that to you. Additional 50% attack, and what is it here? Critical hit plus 20% when ki is 24. Okay, so when he gets hit, like I mentioned before, let me see here. Yeah, so when he gets hit, additional 80% to defense, reduce damage received by 20% when ki is 24 after receiving an attack, which is the first 2 parts right there. 1 ki per ki for obtained. Perform additional super and all allies 3 ki other than this character when this character receives an attack, which is the next 2 parts right there. And then you already saw this part here where he gets 1 ki up to 5, and then additional attack and crit chance up to 20% per attack received in the turn. So when he receives just 1 attack, he's getting 80% to defense, 20% damage reduction. He gets at least 1 additional super. He gives all allies 3 ki for the next turn. He gets 1 ki, an extra 20% to attack, and 20% chance to crit. And then, of course, if he performs 5 attacks, is it super attacks or just attacks? Yeah, when he performs 5 attacks or gets hit 8 times, whichever one comes first, he gets an additional 20% chance to crit and damage reduction, and gives all allies 2 ki. So this is, of course, a very strong passive, right? Not even including the super attacks here. But what does Beast Gohan look like when he gets, let's say he gets hit 3 times, just 3 times in slot 1, which of course is very, very likely. Like it's very fair to say, okay, what if Beast Gohan gets attacked, 3 times in turn? What will he look like in slot 1? Well, this is what he'll look like here. Elder Beast Gohan slot 1 at 24 ki and 3 attacks received. So remember, he has to be at 24 ki when receiving an attack to get all of these buffs here. So ki plus 14, which is literally the 8 ki here for the first 5 turns, 3 ki here, and then again, remember, he is getting 3 ki because he's getting hit 3 times, so ki plus 1 up to 5, right? I didn't include the all allies 3 ki because that's for the next turn, so he's at 14 ki. Remember that the leader and the friend leader are also giving Gohan 3 ki, so that's 20 ki that he's at. 20 ki! 20! Let's not act like getting 24 ki is hard, okay? Cool. He gets attack plus 360% and defense plus 340%. Now, granted, it is not, I understand how this works. It's not a flat 360%. It's not literally at, these are not additive buffs, if you will. Like, this 50% when attacking is applied on top of the 250, and so are all the 20% buffs. So in reality, right, in actuality, it's a lot higher than 360%, but I'm just showing you that number to give you an actual visual of what we're looking at. We're getting it 250 on top of 50 when attacking, on top of 3 separate buffs of 20% to attack, which is going to make him hit absurdly hard. Understand that, please. And then defense plus 340%, which of course is the 250 from start of turn, plus the 80% right there when getting hit at 24 key. Then he's guarding, because why not, right? Additional super attack, which of course is extremely powerful. Remember, he's greatly stacking attack in 18, dude. Greatly stacking. And then greatly raising attack in as a 12 key. So, look, dude, if you get attacked 3 times in slot 1, turn 1, and you perform 3 super attacks, it's over. Like, all allies 3 key for the next turn, which is absurd. It's absurd. 60% damage reduction, dude. 60% damage reduction. It's the 40% here, plus the 20% for getting hit. And then 120% crit chance, which again is not literally 120%, I believe. I think these are all separate procs. So like if the first one doesn't proc, then you have a chance for the second one, then the third one, the fourth, the fifth. And again, these last 3 here are again from getting hit 3 times here. Right, my bad. And then the additional 20% is from the 24 key, and then 40% from here. So like this is just getting hit 3 times. I'm not even factoring in once he gets his 5th attack off or gets hit 8 times, because then you're talking about 80% damage reduction, 140% chance to crit. He's getting himself basically 16 key, because remember, he's getting all this at the start of turn. I try to highlight it, but it doesn't work. So he's getting 14 key, plus a 2 is going to give him 16 key. Now, the 8 will be carrying here, because it only does last for the first 5 turns, but you're going to be able to build this guy up, right? Especially if you put him in harm's way, you're going to be able to build him up before this, you know, essentially runs out. And when you do, it's going to just be stupid how absurd this guy is. And then when you factor this character alongside one like LR Gammas, which by the way, giving Defenders of Justice, Joint Forces, or superheroes 3 key and just 50% to stats is way better than I ever thought they'd ever do. Joint Forces really needs it, but you know who's going to benefit greatly from that? Imagine just saying, you know what, let's give him another 50% to defense, another 50% to attack, and then let's just give him an extra 3 key, because why not? Like, why wouldn't you do that, right? It's absurd. It's actually absurd how like the Gammas, people are not talking about the Gammas. The Gammas are very, very, very good. Like, very good. They have a lot of damage reduction as well, especially when you're post standby mode, which of course is really good. And then to put everything together, let's take a look at something together, okay? Let's take a look at something. So just watch this. Hear me out. So take a quick look at Piccolo, right? All allies keep +2 within the same turn after receiving an attack, okay? So here's the thing. This guy, you know, with him guarding and stuff, you know, slot 1 character, yeah, whatever. If you were to, let's just say, put this guy in slot 1, then you're going to give this guy just a lot more key. But I don't really recommend it, because this guy deserves to be ran in slot 1, if you're asking me, over this Piccolo. But it's just another thing to know. Like this Gohan is not struggling with key whatsoever. Stacking attack? Really? Raising defense for 4 turns? For 4 turns? Raising allies' crit chance? Disabling enemy's actions once within a turn? And then his active skills giving him 24 key, 158% to defense on an active skill. You have to understand how absurd that is, dude. Redirects all attacks towards this character, perform a crit. We won. Best part 2 ever. Best part 2 units ever. Is this the first time where part 2 is better than part 1? We're cooking. I won. You won. We won. We won, dude. We won. We won. We freaking won, chat. We won, chat. We won. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. This guy. Why is he so good? Why is he so good?